Hello, dear students. I, Mrs. Rajashri Naik, welcomes you again in online lecture series arranged by Gokhale Education Society's PYK College of Commerce, Nasik. In the last online lecture, that is in 3.1, we have gone through introduction part of the topic, features and types of utility, and expected questions on the same. Today, in this online lecture, we will study the next part of the chapter number 2. In this lecture, we are going to discuss concepts of utility, relationship between total utility and marginal utility, law of diminishing marginal utility, statement of the law and assumptions of the law, and expected questions on the above content. Let us see the concepts of utility. First is total utility. Total utility refers to the aggregate of utility derived by the consumer from all units of a commodity consumed. The Marshallian approach to a theory of consumer behavior or demand theory is referred to as the utility analysis of demand. Total utility is the sum total of the utilities of the stock purchased or acquired or consumed by the consumer at a particular point of time. It is an aggregate of utilities from all successive units of a commodity consumed. It is an aggregate of utilities from all successive units of a commodity consumed. Next concept is marginal utility. Marginal utility refers to the additional utility derived by a consumer from an additional unit of a commodity consumed. Utility derived from the addition means by one more unit in the stock of a commodity is called as marginal utility. In other words, it is the addition made by the last unit of a commodity consumed. In other words, it is the addition made by the last unit of a commodity consumed. Now, let us study about relationship between total utility and marginal utility. The utility schedule and utility diagram explain the relationship between different units of a commodity consumed by an individual and the utilities derived by him from the successive units at a given price, at a given time and place, other things being equal. Marginal utility derived from various units of a commodity and its total utility are interrelated. This can be easily followed from the hypothetical example given in the table number 2.1. See the table, table 2.1, utility schedule, units of X commodity, total utility and marginal utility. Table number 2.1 explains the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. Okay, I will explain this schedule with the diagram in the next slide. See the diagram. On the basis of table 2.1, total utility and marginal utility curves means TU and MU can be derived with the following diagram. See the diagram. TU curve means total utility curve and MU curve means marginal utility curve. X-axis measures the units of commodity consumed, while Y-axis indicates the figures of total and marginal utility. This figure shows you that total utility curve slopes upwards, whereas marginal utility curve slopes downwards. Marginal utility curve shows zero and negative levels of marginal utility, whereas total utility curve shows maximum and constant total utility level. Total utility and marginal utility of the very first unit of X consumed are the same. As the consumer consumes further units of X, the total utility increases at a diminishing rate and marginal utility goes on diminishing. At a particular stage, total utility reaches to its maximum and remains constant, whereas marginal utility becomes zero. This is called the point of satiety. Total utility reaches to its maximum and remains constant, whereas marginal utility becomes zero. This is called as point of satiety. After this point, any additional unit consumed further results in a decline in the total utility, while marginal utility becomes negative. After reaching the point of satiety, a rational consumer should stop his consumption since the maximum limit of satisfaction is reached and there is no addition to total utility by any further increase in the stock of a commodity. Consumption beyond the point of satiety transforms satisfaction into dissatisfaction. Consumption beyond the point of satiety transforms satisfaction into dissatisfaction. In other words, a consumer starts experiencing ill effects of consumption. Now let us see the law of diminishing marginal utility. See the introduction part of this law. This law was first proposed by Professor Gaussen, but was discussed in detail by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, published in 1890. The law of DME is propounded by Dr. Alfred Marshall. This law of DMU describes a familiar and fundamental tendency of human nature. This law has been arrived at by introspection and by observing how people behave. This law has been arrived at by introspection and by observing how people behave. Now, let us see the statement of the law. According to Professor Alfred Marshall, other things remaining constant, the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase in his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. The law states that when a consumer consumes more and more of commodity, the marginal utility derived from successive units of a commodity diminishes. The additional utility derived from an additional unit of a commodity goes on decline as one consumes more of it. In simple words, the law of DME states that the more we have of a thing, the less we want to have more of it. Now, let us see the assumptions of law of DMU. The first assumption is rationality. Consumer is assumed to be rational. It means his behavior is normal and he tries to maximize his satisfaction. The law assumes that consumer behavior is rational, means the consumer is a normal person who wants to obtain maximum satisfaction The consumer should not be abnormal, such as drug addict, drunkard, miser, and so on. The next assumption is cardinal measurement. The law assumes that utility can be cardinally or numerically measured. The law of DMU assumes that utility can be measured in cardinal numbers so that the utility schedule can be prepared. But however, in reality, utility is more of psychological concept. It can be measured in ordinal terms, not can be measured in numbers that 1, 2, 3, 4 or 10, 8, 6 like this. But it can be measured in ordinal terms, that is higher level or lower level of satisfaction. Next assumption, homogeneity. Means all units of a commodity consumed are exactly homogeneous or identical in size, shape, color, taste, etc. Means all units of a commodity must be identical in all respects, such as quality, shape, size, color, taste, and so on. If there are differences in units consumed, the marginal utility may not diminish. For instance, there is a big difference in taste of pure Darjeeling tea and ordinary tea. The initial consumption of ordinary tea and then switching over to Darjeeling tea, it may not reduce the marginal utility of additional cups of tea. Now see the peak. The peak shows you that all the commodities are consumed exactly same in size, in shape, color, taste, etc. Now, the next assumption is continuity. All units of commodity are consumed in quick succession without any lapse of time. All units of commodity are to be consumed in quick succession. There should not be a gap or interval between consumption of two different units. For instance, if an apple is consumed on one day and another one is consumed on the next day, then the marginal utility of consuming the another apple on the next day may not diminish. So all the commodity are consumed in quick succession without any lapse of time. Now, the next assumption is reasonability. Means what? All the units of a commodity consumed are of reasonable size. They are neither too big nor too small. The units of a commodity consumed should be a reasonable size. Means what? The units neither be too big or not too small. The units must be at a standard size. Okay. Now the next assumption, constancy. All the related factors like income, taste, habits, choices, likes, dislikes of a consumer should remain constant. Marginal utility of money is also assumed to be constant. The law of DME assumes that marginal utility of money income remains constant throughout the period of consumption of a particular commodity. However, marginal utility of money depends on various factors, such as stock of money, economic class of the consumer, inflation rate, etc. So in this, it is assumed that there is no change in the habit, taste, or preference of a consumer throughout the course of consumption. Now, the next assumption is divisibility. The law assumes that the commodity consumed by the consumer is divisible so that it can be acquired in small quantities. The law of DME assumes that the commodity consumed is divisible. Means what? This is because divisibility would enable the consumer to acquire the commodity for quick consumption. However, there are certain products which cannot be easily divisible, and therefore the law of DMU cannot be applied on such products. And the next is single want. A given commodity can satisfy a single want of a person. The law assumes an experience of a single bond which is completely satiable at a given point of time. The law of DMU assumes that a particular product or commodity is used to satisfy only a single want. However, there are certain products such as electricity, water, etc., which have multi-purpose uses. That is, such products can satisfy multiple wants. Now, let us understand the law of DMU with the help of schedule and diagram. Table number 2.2 explains the law of diminishing marginal utility. See the table number 2.2, units of X and marginal utility means MU. Units of X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and MU 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, minus 2. I will explain this schedule with the diagram in next slide. Okay, the table shows that marginal utility keeps on diminishing with increase in consumption. Further, it becomes 0 and then negative. Now see the diagram. In this diagram, units of commodity X are measured in X-axis and marginal utility is measured in Y-axis. Various points of MU are plotted on the graph as per the given schedule. When locus of all points is joined, MU curve is derived. MU curve slopes downwards from left to right, which shows that MU goes on diminishing with every successive increase in the consumption of a commodity. Okay, MU curve slopes downwards from left to right, which shows that MU goes on diminishing with every successive increase in the consumption of a commodity. When MU becomes 0, MU curve intercepts the X-axis. Further consumption of a commodity brings this utility, means what? Negative utility. When MU becomes 0, MU curve intercepts the X-axis, means further consumption of a commodity brings this utility, means negative utility, okay, and which is shown by the shaded portion in the diagram. So this is all about law of DMU. And now the expected questions on the above content. What is utility? Now here you have to explain the definition or meaning of total utility. Then what is marginal utility? Here again you have to explain the meaning or definition of marginal utility. Third question, explain the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. Means you have to explain the relationship between TU and MU with schedule and diagram. And then state and explain the law of diminishing marginal utility with assumptions. Now, what are the expected steps of the answer for this question number 4? First, introduction, then statement of the law, then schedule, then explanation of schedule, then diagram, explanation of diagram, then detailed explanation of assumption and exceptions only headings. Okay, again, I will repeat. What are the steps for question number 4? Introduction, statement of the law, then schedule, explanation of schedule, diagram, explanation of diagram, detailed explanation of assumptions and exceptions only headings. So students, in today's lecture, we have covered concepts of utility, relationship between total utility and marginal utility, law of DMU with assumptions and expected questions. In the next online lecture video, we will go with exceptions to the law of DMU, exception to the law of diminishing marginal utility. Till then, have a great time. Stay home, stay safe. And thank you.